Hey, beautiful seekers, welcome to the Existential Shift. We are live. It's going to be a love live. I'm so original like that. Uh, and it's our birthday. Uh, if you're in the house, say hey, yo, what's up, or something along those lines. Um, give your greeting and say happy birthday. We're going to do readings for all the signs today. We're going to go through all of you, and we're going to use tarot, and we're going to maybe answer your general questions here and there. Like if you have something about spirituality, if you say something interesting that I would like to respond to, maybe we will do that too. If you're new to my channel, if you're just stumbling, my name is Morgane. I do monthly tarot scopes by the zodiac signs. And then on top of that, I do extra videos every month. Let's take a moment to say thank you to my channel members and to my patrons for being such an amazing support. And yeah. Oh my God, I see more of you joining. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to wait a few more seconds just to give you a chance to join. I said happy birthday in the beginning, but there was no one here. But now that you're here, I'll say it again. Happy birthday. Woohoo. I feel like I get more excited about the Existential Shift's birthday than I do my own personal birthday. It's kind of funny. Or sad. I don't know. Hey, Heather. Hello. Happy birthday. Thank you. And thank you for joining. Heather, Sacred and Salty is a patron. Kitumetsem. I'm sure I mispronounced it. Hello, hello, hello. Johannesburg, South Africa in the room. That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to mention where you're from, that'd be so great. Mention where you're from, your sign, what your zodiac sign is. Feel free as a welcome hellos to say, no, to press the like button. You can say whatever you want, but you can also press the like button. If you have any moderators joining, let me know. Hi, Ralph W., who is a channel member. Yeah, guys, the first few minutes for live videos, I'm just kind of chilling and chatting. You're a Taurian. That's cool. I'm a Taurus too. But today we're all Ophiuchus, right? I love that the existential shift is an Ophiuchus. It's pretty cool. I did a one minute short earlier from a rooftop. So check it out, where I give you some love. Okay. Today I'm going to start with, let's see, do we want to start with a collective message? We have winter solstice coming up. We have Yule / Christmas, New Year's. Or should we just dive straight into the zodiac signs? What do you guys think? I brought a wine. Usually I go for red. This is white Zinfandel. I always find it very entertaining that they call it white Zinfandel. Like it's pink / red. But okay. It's not very good. I got a cheap one. Sorry. But hey, it's the intent that counts, right? Cheers. Tree Lorray. Howdy from Texas. Ooh. Howdy ho, Ranger Joe. Is that how you say it? Sometimes I'm like, I can be the coolest motherfucker on earth, but then I can be like the most goofy numbnut in the multiverse. Like it's just, I don't know how I managed to survive like that. I don't know how you guys managed to figure out what you're dealing with here. I mean, it's you can see how it can get confusing. On one hand, look at what I do. This is pretty cool, man, right? On the other hand, I say, howdy ho, Ranger Joe. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I love myself unconditionally. Virgo rising, not really. Why do you think I talk about it all the time? I'm constantly in self-check. Okay. Anyone who has anything smart or funny or cute to say? Lots of us are like that. LOL. Laughing out loud. It's like light and dark both. Yeah. That's true. Ish. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to start with the signs. And then if we have any messages in between, we'll just say them. If anyone is in the mood to timestamp this, that would be super generous of you. Thank you. I will pin it later to the top of the comments. If you could do that later. Because I don't know if you guys know this, I very rarely watch myself in retro after I post a video. Sometimes I do. I mostly don't. The first video that, just to finish up the point of that, so that's why it's very hard for me to timestamp, and also it takes me time, and I already did all of this for you, so like, yeah, it's kind of nice when someone does it for me. Just saying. Back to what I was also starting to say, the first tarot scope I ever made for this channel, which marks the birthday of the channel, was a tarot scope for Taurus. It was, I did it at the end of December on December 14th. No, I actually filmed it on December 13th. And it was in the evening, I guess, because I uploaded it after midnight. So technically it's December 14th, right? It was for Taurus gang. And I think I linked it below. If not, I will link it afterwards, after I finish recording here. And maybe if you want to check it out, I don't have the nerves. I don't have the courage to watch it. You're gonna have to tell me how it was. If I was super different then, or if I'm still somewhat the same. I don't know. Maximus Prime, happy birthday. Trying to turn on captions. Ooh, I have that possibility, so you should be able to. There's no reason why you shouldn't. So, yeah. Okay, all right. Because it's Ophi's birthday and also Sagi's birthday, we're going to start with Ophiuchus, even though we always keep Ophiuchus for the end. This time we're going to start with Ophiuchus. If new people join and they're asking where we're at, feel free to, keep them updated, to update them, and ask them to press the like button. That would be also very kind of you, so I won't have to. Ophiuchus, we're focusing on love. Okay, let's get serious for a second. Winter solstice marks the beginning of the darkest time of the year. It's all the solstices are a mark of the seasons. The celebration isn't of the coming of the sun. Okay, the sun is not coming in January, February. That doesn't make sense. I hear it sometimes. It's like, no, we're not celebrating the coming of the sun. We're celebrating. We're celebrating life in ways of expressing gratitude that for the sun that we had thus far. Summer and spring, summer, and then fall. And in that way, we're asking it to return after the winter. And we celebrate around the tree, and we give each other gifts and express love and gratitude for each other. And that's the origin of Christmas. It's Yule. It's thousands of years old. It's pagan. Yule and solstice. That's why that's the celebration of solstice, the holiday Yule. And then it was translated by the Romans to Saturnalia. Yes, celebrating Saturn, because the end of December throughout January is the season of Saturn, the season of Capricorn season, right? That's ruled by Saturn, of harsh lessons and cold, where we need to be really on top of things to survive and count our food, right? And keep each other warm. So after that, it became Christmas. It got today we would refer to it as cultural appropriation. And no shade, Christmas is fun. Like, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, the way we celebrate Christmas is exactly the way the ancients used to celebrate Yule, except that they didn't cut the trees and brought them to the house. They kind of celebrated outside with campfires, and they danced around the tree and around the campfire, bonfire, call it however. It was more respectful, I guess, to nature in that way. But the symbolism, even the thing that you hang above and you kiss when you're underneath it, the mistletoe, even that, it's from pagan times. So pretty much everything that is celebrated on Christmas. Santa is a different deity that symbolizes someone who counts whether or not you've been good or bad, and then in accordance, if they give you reward or punishment. I forget the name. I'm so sorry. I wish I remembered, but you can look it up. So that's what Santa is called after. And you're like, well, the celebration of the sun god, aka Jesus. Jesus was born anywhere between March and May. Jesus is either a Pisces, an Aries, or a Taurus. Jesus wasn't a Capricorn. It's not really the celebration of Jesus. The sun god was the sun, the actual sun that the ancients celebrated, aka what I said earlier. Thank you, sun, for giving us warmth. You are now going in hiding. Please, please, please come back. Yeah. So I'm not saying any of this to dish Christmas. The opposite. I'm happy that it continues the celebrations of the ancients. It is the same theme, the same essence, the same respect that we give to the same deities. Just people around the globe, when they celebrate Christmas, have no idea that they're celebrating gods and pagan deities. It's kind of entertaining, as they're like heathens, witches, and evil demons as they celebrate the same holidays that they celebrate. It's pretty ironic. You gotta admit it. Imagine like Christians sitting celebrating Christmas, talking about the evils of the pagans and the gods and polytheism as they celebrate a polytheistic holiday. Sorry, I'm not trying to dish Christians. It's not Christians. I love you guys. I love you humans. It's Christianity. It's the idea that it's like, listen, humans, really, it's all the same. All the holidays copied the ancients. All of it. You want to hear something funny? I don't know if you know this. We'll get to the cards. I'm just chatting. I'm feeling chatty. So it's my birthday. And I'm giving you information. That's good. I'm acting like I drank an entire bottle before, but I did not. I literally just took the first couple of sips of wine with you guys. Like I easily get into the mood. So in a calendar Gregorian year, speaking of the celebration of the birth of Christ, and it also generated the Gregorian calendar, 12 months, 365 days, January be the first month, and so on. So in 365 days, there are actually 13 lunar cycles. Thank you, Mandy. Happy birthday to you too. 13 lunar cycles. If you do 28, which is 28 days in a lunar cycle, times 13, you get 364 days. Right? As opposed to if you go in accordance to 12 months, 12 cycles instead of 13 cycles, you have to cheat, right? One month is 28, another month is 29, another month is 30, another month is 31. But if you go by the lunar cycles, 28 days per cycle, it's 13 cycles. The ancient calendar has 13 months. Hence 13 zodiac signs, right? Ophiuchus is a constellation that has been known to the ancients. NASA liked to say about 5, 6, 7 years ago that they just discovered it. I love you, NASA, but you didn't discover Ophiuchus. Maybe you rediscovered it. Maybe you acknowledged it. Thank you. You didn't discover it. And another fun fact, it is parallel and even equal to the Jewish calendar that also goes in accordance to lunar cycles. And I believe the Muslim calendar, the ancient Muslim calendar, also go by lunar cycles. I'm not entirely sure. You guys can tell me about that. So, I don't know why we're doing the 12 months thing. It makes no sense numerically. It makes no sense astronomy. It makes no sense season-wise, nature-wise. Okay, I do know. I kind of do know. Okay, you want me to tell you? Okay, I'll tell you. All right. Going in accordance to the lunar cycle is going in accordance to matriarchy, right? There's a reason why in the Jewish religion, you know if you're Jewish according to the mother, right? Judaism goes according to the mother. Your mom has to be Jewish for you to be Jewish, not your dad. Your dad could be anything. Okay. Everything in the ancient world is maternal, lunar, feminine. When matriarchy was well slaughtered, and patriarchy took over, which is constructed religion, masculinity, but unfortunately, by many examples, toxic masculinity. A lot of aspects of our culture that are feminine were changed. Okay, and I want to take the opportunity to connect it to astrology. 12, like the 12 signs, etc., is the number of the perfect reason, right? We have 360 degrees in a circle. Divided to 30 degrees is 12, right? So each sign is perfectly 30 degrees. It's the construct. It's the linearity. It's the reason. It's left brain. It's masculinity. Nothing wrong there. I'm not saying it's important. We all have those aspects and they're a very important aspect of life. What is the 13th though? 13 is the divine. It's the bridge between the matrix of our reality that is made of 12, of constructs of 12. And 13 is the great mother. It's the witch. It's divinity. It's goddess. It's the inclusion of all these signs, which is why I refer to Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, as Seeker 13, and also that can be all of the signs or none of the signs. It's the ascending above that matrix of the astrological wheel that is here to guide us but not imprison us. It's here to be a roadmap, not bars. A lot of people go live by astrology like it's their ultimate fate and destiny, when it's not here to be your fate and destiny. It's here to be your roadmap to enlightenment, to ascension to 13, which is why I started, and I'm now going to continue to call to my fellow spiritual teachers and occultists and YouTubers, and to address the 13th sign, to address Ophiuchus, to bring it back to life, to give readings to Ophiuchus, to talk about Ophiuchus, to learn about it. Okay. We're not supposed to have 12 months. It's not natural. That's how constructed religion took over, right? Took over the reality aspect of faith, the rules and the regulations, the do's and the don'ts, the black and the white, the evil versus the good, the punishment versus reward. It even infiltrated to the spiritual realm, into the magical realm, where you have astrologers being very, very rigid about 12 signs and about karma, reward and punishment. Karma is not punishment. It's not a subjective persona that rewards you or punishes you. It's you with yourself. It's your own higher self and your soul's journey that determines the cause and effect, aka karma. And sometimes it's plain physics, cause and effect. What you give out to the world returns to you, right? The type of energy that you put out there reflects back at you. So it can be perceived as punishment. I did something bad. I'm being punished with having something bad done to me. But it's actually just a mirror. But it's also a part of the system. Mirrors are on walls. But if there are no walls, there are no mirrors, and so on. That's where you go into the realm of the 13. 12 disciples was the 13th. Jesus. Some will say Jesus was a disciple, and 13 was Mary Magdalene. Who's to say? Who's to know? I don't know. So that's kind of why the 13, to go back to our point, that's why the 13th month's lunar cycle kind of disappeared and made way to the Gregorian calendar, to the more masculine calendar that seemingly makes more sense, right? It's trying to go by 30 degrees times 12, right? But that's 360. And yet instead of 360 days a year, we have 354. That's the glitch. The glitch that shows us that something is not entirely perfect as it claims to be. Yeah. Interesting, right? So on one hand, I can say Happy New Year, but it's the Gregorian Happy New Year, and it is because it's a collective celebration that we're celebrating together. So it has become real. So it's real for us. So Happy New Year. But also, Happy Winter Solstice that actually goes by the seasons. But, with today's changing of the poles, who knows? Winter becomes summer, summer becomes winter. The earth is moving and shifting. And things move faster. Frequency is rising. Schumann resonance is moving on a higher frequency. Schumann resonance, for those of you who don't know, it's the frequency of Earth. It's how we measure the frequency of Earth, and everything has frequency. All the planets have frequency. Venus, for example, vibrate on the frequency of 221 hertz per second. Earth is a far more condensed. Earth is one of the most, I think it's the most condensed planet from the planets that we're familiar with anyway. Thank you, 1977, Jillian. Yeah, it's all of our birthday. We're the existential shift. Every single one of you that is here with me. Cheers to that. Yeah, no, never again. Red wine. For me to drink white wine, it needs to be a very good white wine. I really like Gewürztraminer. I can't stand Pinot Grigio. Give me a Pinot Grigio, I'll be like, oh. I can stand Sauvignon. Not a fan of Chardonnay as well. But by the most parts, I will choose red wine like Malbec. If there's no Malbec and I have to choose a different red wine, it will probably be like, I love Pinot Noir, Malbec or Pinot Noir. But if not those, then I guess Cabernet Sauvignon. Do you guys have any questions before I go into the signs? Interesting questions. I reserve the right to decide which one I answer and which one I don't. Oh, I was saying that the frequency of the planet Earth is rising, right? So it will make things move faster. for example, just a way that I can imagine it can play out. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. It's just how I can give an example. It's just a way that I feel like can make sense to that. Seasons change faster. Right? Instead of having 4 distinct seasons, we have more changing of the cycle. And it can move from one day like this, one day like that, but I don't think that will happen that soon. And also we think faster, we move faster, we manifest faster. If your manifestation begins to be faster, like if it used to take you 9 months to manifest something and then it moved recently to 3 months and suddenly it happens in like a day, then you know your frequency is evolving with the planet and with evolution of our consciousness, and that's a good sign. It means you've done a lot of shadow work, released a lot of condensed karma, and processed your pain as opposed to shun it. If you're always happy because because you're in denial of your pain, that's not high frequency. That's a low frequency. Low frequency doesn't mean you're a bad person. You can be the sweetest, kindest, most awesome, polite person on earth. You still have a very low frequency because you're carrying a lot of unresolved pain and unresolved karma. Self-deceit and toxic positivity are not high vibe. They're very low vibe. Hi. Very, very low vibe. And again, it's not a matter of good versus evil. It's a matter of like the type of reality that you're living through. That can be very, very condensed and harsh. Do I believe in UFOs? I don't think it's possible not to. If like, you don't have to experience aliens or UFOs. You don't have to actually have witnessed them. You just have to have common sense. I think not believing in UFOs is required like a peanut brain. I'm sorry for anyone's watching. It's like we are in this infinite galaxy with an infinite amount of galaxies, with infinite amount of planets. We can't even begin to fathom. We haven't even touched the surface of 10% of our own ocean, let alone space. So to presume that we're the only intelligence, the only consciousness out there, the only life form, you're not making sense, human. I don't think it's even a place of believing. Like, it's almost like you have to ask, do you believe there are no UFOs? And then if someone tells you, I believe that there are no aliens, then you can say that they're crazy. It makes no sense. Like, there isn't a single reasonable astronomer, let alone someone who works in the government or NASA, that will tell you that there are no aliens. I do not know if we're in contact with them. You know, a lot say that Elon Musk, for example, like to say that, and I agree with him, likes to say that there are likely very high intelligent aliens that are far more advanced than us that might not even be interested in communicating with us, or that they are observing us. Does that make sense? And, you know, there's a good chance that we are experiencing UFOs as extraterrestrial life forms, as mystical, angelic, or ghost-like entities, like other beings. Because there is the possibilities, because, okay, if Earth is 8 point something frequency, right? But Venus is 221 hertz frequency. Think how much faster that is. And speed is energy, right? Matter, E equals mc squared. Matter times speed of light times speed of light, m times c squared equals E equals energy. So the faster you move, the more energy form like you become. Aloha. So there's a good likelihood that there are beings out there, right? Call them UFOs, call them aliens, whatever, that are just, they exist on a way higher frequency, in a different dimension, right? That we just can't grasp. We can't fathom. A worm lives on a two-dimensional space. It can only comprehend forward, backwards, right, left, like flat surface. It doesn't understand space. It doesn't grasp space. Space doesn't exist for a worm. There's no like bubble around it. We understand 3D space, right? A room with space in between. So we grasp that. We live in that type of dimension. But just like a worm can't grasp us, we can't grasp the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension. So there might be beings, entities, right, existing on those higher dimensions, on slash higher frequencies, pretty much the same thing, that we just can't fathom, that they're right next to us. And sometimes if we're ultra sensitive, we pick up on something. Maybe we're getting a message, and then maybe we think it's our ancestor or our spirit guide or our higher self. Is just like a neighbor alien being like, yo, I'm here. Like imagine like waving at a worm from above, like, I'm here, I'm a human right above you. And the worm is like, nah, it's something itchy. It's not acknowledging you. Or a conversation between two worms. Do you believe that there are humans? And one of them is like, well, I've never seen one. And you're like waving at them, but they can't. Kind of like that. Does that make sense? Could you stamp, when whoever timestamps this, please timestamp the alien conversation. Because I love that question, and I feel like I gave a cool answer. NASA spent $600 million telescope to take pictures of empty space. I don't think so. Humans have got to be pretty amusing to aliens, I'd say. I agree. Okay. If you're watching this afterwards, let me know your thoughts about my alien theory. We should add to like the entities that we speak with and ask for guidance from, like also aliens. Okay. Anything else before I move into the signs? Let's do it. Ophiuchus, love messages. We're doing love messages. Love messages for Ophiuchus. For whenever you're watching this, for now. We'll do Ophiuchus. November 28th-ish to December 18th or December 19th. That's the time frame of Ophiuchus. But again, it's Seeker 13, so it can be any of you, it can be none of you. Love message for Ophiuchus. Love for Ophiuchus. Ophi. The devil. Really? Six of Swords. Okay. One more. Love for Ophiuchus. The devil, Six of Swords. And one more card, please. And Four of Wands. Well, if that's not a simple message. Devil, Six of Swords, Four of Wands. So you seem to be moving away from nonsense, from either karmic, heavy relationship, toxic relationships approach, addiction to someone that's just not present, or maybe it's you. It's maybe you're saying goodbye to that essence within you, and you're taking yourself away from it. You're taking some time. You're taking a mental break, to decide that you want to change. You want to change the type of relationships. You want to change the type of approach to a relationship. And you're moving away from that to something that is healthy, mutual. You're like, I don't want to be addicted to my person. I want to be hand in hand with my person, right? I want it to be healthy. I want it to be in broad daylight. I don't want to be hidden. I don't want to be a secret. I don't want to be a taboo. I don't want to be the other woman, the other man, the other whatever. I want to be someone that carries them with me and that they carry them and that they carry me with them. And I want to build a home, or I want to build a love connection, a friendship. That's where you're heading toward, because that is a very, very, very big change. So you're either changing, either like leaving a very, very toxic relationship, and you're going into a relationship with someone that is, it's very healthy and mutual and good, or it's an attitude, it's a tendency to stay stuck in relationships that are toxic, that are not leading anywhere. Tendency to sacrifice yourself, to belittle yourself, to think of yourself as if you're not worthy, so to accept certain treatment. Moving away from betrayal and deceit and lies to truth and out in the open. And this looks great. This is really great, Ophiuchus. Kudos to Ophi. Anything you want to tell us for Ophiuchus about those Four of Wands? Is there anything in specific? Who is it for Ophiuchus? I'm suddenly picking up. I'm sorry. Queen of Wands. So this is someone very lively, very charismatic, very loving, very generous, very fun to spend time with, adventurous, that is very generous with their approach towards you. Like they're proud of you. They wear you on their sleeve. It's like they're happy to be around you. And it's because you develop this tendency of being happy to be around yourself. Okay. Saggy, happy birthday to my Sagittarians as well. Hi, Saggy peeps. Love message, please, for Sagittarius. What's going on for Sagittarius now? Love for Saggy. Three of Swords and Magician. And for Sagittarius, Three of Swords and Magician. One more, please. And Ace of Cups. It's a similar vibe of going from heartache and disappointment and sense of betrayal to manifesting a completely new type of relationship or of love. Like this is what you've been used to or what you've recently experienced and might be still coming out of, but you've taken or are taking a very active part in what it is that you want. You're not waiting idle for the divine to give you what is meant for you for the next step. No, you're manifesting, you're saying, you're writing it, you're building it, you're demanding it even. The Magician knows what they want and they make it happen, and they make it happen with faith. Undying faith of the self, renewing faith in love, renewing faith in being worthy of love. You're just manifesting falling in love. You're manifesting someone falling in love with you. You're just making yourself that person. You're stepping into that role, to that position of someone who is super loved and charismatic and wanted. And you're opening your heart that way, and you're opening the channel to the universe to bring you someone like that. And this is beautiful. This is not part of the cycle. The next thing is not a karmic thing. The next thing is just, it's pure emotion. It's connection. It's beautiful. Want to tell Saji about this, if it's someone specific? Page of Wands. So for Ophiuchus, it was the Queen of Wands. For you, it's the Page of Wands. Very similar energy. You guys are carrying very similar energies, Ophi and Saji, which makes sense because you're still, you're born around the same time, and there's still not much separation between the zodiac signs. Because Ophiuchus kind of corresponds to Saji and Scorpio. The bottom line, it's going to start as an adventure, as something fun, as something lighthearted, as just going out, talking, not making a big deal out of it, letting things happen. It starts as a friendship. It starts as something very holistic, and like it feels comfortable, not like boring comfortable, not like empty comfortable. It's just, it flows like two people that just have the conversation just flows. And if it's quiet, and the quietness flows, if that makes any sense. Like it's not an uncomfortable silence. It's just, I like this. This looks good. And it could be something that comes in like right in the next week or so from when I'm recording this, because this is Saggy season. Page of Wands. So it could be sooner than you imagine. Okay. Next, Capricorn. Yeah, I also have coconut milk. Don't judge me. I like different liquids. That sounded so weird. It's really tasty. Okay. Okay, Cappies. You guys ready? Message for Cappies for love. Capricorn seekers, love for Cappies. Sorry, it's getting warm. Capricorn. Love for Capricorn. I don't know if you watched it. I did a 2022 predictions video, so check it out. Love for Capricorn. Love for Capricorn. The energy has gotten so serious like that. As soon as I tap into Capricorns, Venus is in your sign. Ten of Cups. Okay. 10 of Cups is going to be tricky. I need more. Show me more, please, for Capricorn, for love. Show me Capricorn love life, please. The World. Wow. One more. Capricorn. One more card. Oh. And Six of Wands. Cappies. Happily ever after, isn't it? 10 of Cups, the World card, and Six of Wands. This looks... I hate to be sarcastic. It looks almost too good to be true. Look, it could be. It could be just this wonderful. Like, but then why are you here listening to love messages? Does that make sense? Like, it's this is bliss. Okay, this is like really happy family. This is a celebration. This is an accomplishment. This is engagement. This is marriage. This is renewal of vows. You know, all this big completions when it comes to love. Now let's go to, show me more about this, to the more realistic aspect of this. Sorry, show me more, please. Where the Six of Wands is heading toward, because there's also a very singular energy of someone that wants to succeed and be independent outside the family nest. That's the catch. There it is. Sorry, I just knew it. I like. I've reached a level where I kind of feel the message, the sublined message of the message. 10 of Swords now. 2 10s in the World. Something is ending. Now, because we have 10 of Cups here in the World, this could have been, and 10 of Swords, this could have been something that you had for a very long time. So it's either a marriage or a long commitment. Now, if you're single, we'll circle back to this. But if you're single, then this could be the ending of the expectation of, the dream of the white picket fence. Like some of you, the single ones I'm talking to, have had this idea, this ideal, this vision of what you want love to be like, what you want a relationship to be like. And you've kind of outgrew that. I think you've gone through so much really painful lessons when it comes to love, and honestly in general, because it's been a rough few years for Cappies, right? So that bubble seems to be exploding. Okay, there's an ending to that. There is someone that wants to take their own path, being on their own, succeeding on their own, or failing on their own, as long as they have this sense of self. Look at how like the World card is looking back at this Ten of Cups, and the Six of Wands is walking away from the Ten of Cups. That's when the cards have their interesting way of language, like three beautiful, amazing cards, right? But the body language and the vibe. Guys, don't freak out. If you're in a happy, loving, committed relationship, nothing that I say or that anybody says can take you away from it. I'm saying it because there is a lot of goodness on the table as well. So it could be a complicated message. For some of you, it's this. For some of you, it's that. But I feel like some of you have been in a connection where on the surface everything is perfect, but then you realize some certain pains that have been lingering between you are now coming out to the surface. And it's like feelings, things that you thought you were over with, things that you thought you were okay with, you suddenly realizing that you're still carrying. So for some, this is the completion of a very long-term relationship. For some of you, it's the completion of the dream, of the fantasy, and you're moving into a different perspective or a different expectation or a different vision for your love life. Either way, 2 10s in the world, there's a major ending of a cycle here. Anything else you want to point out about this for Cappies? Page of Swords. Someone is just not... Someone is being certain that they can come and go. There's someone, okay, I'm picking up on someone that is absolutely certain that they can come and go, that they have this with you, and if they want it, they can come, and if they don't want it, they can leave, and they can always come back. And I think you're realizing that. And I think that's the understanding. It's going to be pretty painful when you're realizing that someone isn't as devoted as you and possibly taking you a little bit for granted. Does that make sense? Oh, Cappy will be there. Okay. I can end things, and then if I want to come back, Cappy will wait for me, kind of thing. Because Cappy thinks that I'm everything. And if you're a cross watcher, it could work the other way around. So All right. Okay, thank you, Capricorns. Aquarius seekers, message for Aquarius, please. For love for my Aquarian seekers. We have 4 of Swords. Showing love for Aquarius. Page of Cups. Guys, if you haven't watched my special North-South node taroscopes that I made for all the North and South nodes, check them out. You can go according to your watch the North-South node axis. It doesn't matter if you're a North or South node of the videos with the 2 signs mentioned, or if you're a sun sign. So for example, if it's the Scorpio Taurus north-south node video, then you can be a Scorpio north node or south node or sun sign. And same with Taurus. It will apply to Taurus north node or south node or sun sign. Does that make sense? That's how you watch those videos. Sorry, I had to say it before I could move on. So Aquarius, back to Aquarius, love life. Four of Swords, Page of Cups. And Ace of Swords. Something you've been sitting on for a very long time, that you've been taking your time to think. Now you realize that you want to make that offer. You realize that that's what you feel. You want to express yourself. And I see you, reaching out, connecting, talking to, expressing yourself to someone, telling them how you feel or what it is that you want, just making the first move, making the first initiation. It's something that you've been thinking about for a while, you've been waiting on. Now, this could be someone else. It could be the opposite, someone that has been waiting to approach you, to tell you, to signal you, and they're going to reach out very quick, very soon, with a very, very clear message, invitation. It's going to be witty. It's going to be poetic. Nelson Silva, thank you so much for the 100 Canadian dollars. That is so very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. That is very, very generous. Cheers to you. Thank you, Nelson. Yeah, so Aquarius, expect, like if you've been waiting for confirmation, then this looks like you're not waiting for a confirmation. You're just gonna do the reach out. You're just gonna be like, fuck it, I have to try. I've been thinking about it enough. I'll just do it. Okay. And if not something that you've been carrying, it's someone that thinks that about you and is about to reach out to you. It could be 1 day, 1 week, very, very fast energy. 1 hour. Ace of Swords is very fast energy. Any other detail you want to tell Aquarius about this person or about this thing or about this message? King of Pentacles. So this is someone very serious, very grounded, very stable. They know what they want. Once they decide on someone that they feel like they want to invest in, they invest in them emotionally, financially. This is a person that comes on time, answer the text on time, it's clear. It's almost like they're treating it as a business opportunity. But Aquarius, this is really, really good. Jupiter is leaving your sign and is moving into Pisces the end of December on the 28th. And I think it's going to be very, very meaningful for you. And it's going to bring in someone very valuable. If you're already in a relationship or involved with someone, it's going to get way more serious. Okay? Congratulations. Okay, Aqua. Thank you so much, guys. Pisces. Any Pisceans in the house? Message for Pisces, please. Nelson, that's just so kind of you. Thank you so much. Really. Thank you. I'm moved. Thank you. Any super chat is always very, very generous of you guys, and I really, really appreciate it. Just so you guys know, thank you. Okay. Pisces. Piscean seekers, please. Message for Pisces for love. What do Pisces need to know? Ooh, Pisces sun and ascendant. Do you know what time it is? Just kidding. Sorry, I had to. You're like, no, I'm an alien time. You're like not here. You're like floating somewhere. Lisa, I love it. Okay. I love Pisces. All right. Messages for Pisces. And a Pisces moon. Oh, we have several Pisceans. That's cool. Love message for Pisces. Are you dealing with a Capricorn? 10 of Cups. Happy family. 6 of Pentacles. And 10 of Wands. You also have 2 tens. Pisces, I'm picking up that some of you have a lot of responsibilities that have to do with your family. So either you're in a committed relationship and you're in a family situation, and you feel like you are the main support of the household, and you're the one who pays for things and works and makes sure and gets everyone fed, right? And that beginnings to be a little bit burdening to you, and it takes away the joy. You wish you'd had more cooperation. Sometimes you feel like the people in your household are not your equal as much as they're all your kids, even your partner. And for those of you who are not who don't have a family nest with a partner, so maybe you have a lot of responsibilities with your family outside love life, and it takes a lot of toll on you. It's really burdening. You're working very hard for your family, and it doesn't really allow you to focus on your love life. A lot of you are working very, very hard to take care of other people, and your love life suffers from it. Now, if you're in a committed relationship and you kind of neglect your partner / family because you give a lot to the outside, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your profession, maybe it's your hobbies, maybe it's your volunteer work, but it looks like you're not you're giving too much to the outside. It doesn't leave you enough for energy to give to the people who are closest to you. So maybe consider balancing the energy a little bit, because there's imbalance here. You're giving too much one place and you're neglecting another place. And if you feel like your partner is doing that to you, you need to sit them down for a talk and remind them of the priorities. Any other specifics about this, please, for Pisces? 9 of Wands. Someone is working so hard and has so many responsibilities, they become paranoid in love. They feel like love is just, something that they need to take care of, as opposed to something that inspires them. And so Pisces, if you're codependent of someone, they're going very, very tired. You should know that. They're not going to stick around for long. They're staying around because of a sense of responsibility, and it's not going to last. They're growing tired. And if it's the other way around, if you have someone that you're taking care of that is codependent, I see you really soon kind of being like, dude, I'm done. Okay, so figure out any codependency, lack of balance, because those things are going to come to the surface, and it's not going to be pretty. So beat it to it, be ahead of it and try to rebalance things. Okay. Who's next? Aries. Ah, my crazy Aries. I feel like I look like a ghost. It's the slight. It's too strong. Okay. It's not ideal, but no, that's too... Okay, let's be orange. Let's be orange forever. Aries. Message for my Aries seekers, please, for love. What does Aries need to know now for love? Message for Aries for love. Well, look at you coming in strong into your own reading. The Emperor. Okay. Aries is the boss. No one argues. Show me more. Too many. Work, responsibility, looking for wifey or hubby. Do you fit the criteria? Do you fit the bill? Should I put my energy onto you or not? Will it be worth the while? Can you handle yourself in events? Can you handle yourself in bed? Can you be the perfect partner? Can you be my empress, says the emperor. Can you be my emperor, says the empress. Ooh. Aries. Can you be more obvious? Ace of Swords. Yeah, you know what you want. The answer is yes, and you're going to receive the answer very, very soon. You're going to just know. You're going to be like, yep, that's my answer. Hangman. Now that is interesting. Okay. The suspense. Okay, Aries, you seem to already, if not very soon, know exactly what you want. And yet you keep them in suspense. You're like, I'm not going to tell you. Not yet anyway. You guys are assholes. I'm going to keep you in this weird waiting game, in this questioning. The person is not questioning. They're just, they're like, okay, Aries is being Aries. It's like you create a scenario in your head where you still need to think about things when you already thought about things and you know exactly what you want. You already know if it's yes, you already know if it's no. It's like very, very clear to you. And yet, why don't I hang myself from the tree upside down for a little bit to think about it even more? Because it's just fun to hang out like that upside down from a tree. Because I need to know the absolute answer. That's why I'm doing it to myself when I already know the absolute answer. Why are you creating drama where there's no drama? We know you're strong. We know that if there's a battle, you will win. We know it. You don't need to prove it to yourself. You don't need to prove it to anyone. Sorry. From Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm an Ophiuchus. I love you. I love you too. Thank you. Hello, Medusa Oblongata. I hope I pronounced it well. I'm sure I didn't. Anyway, Aries, you know what you want. You know who you want. Stop playing games. Either let them know that you're in, or let them know that you're out, because this could be in or out. The Emperor it's either cutting and being like yes, or cutting and being like no. Like there's no beating around the bush with the Emperor and the Ace of Swords. It is so direct and clear and clean. However, the Hangman here, it's a game that you're playing. Now, if you're a feminine Aries, and you're yelling at me through the screen, it's not me, it's him. He's doing that to me. I believe you. The masculine in this story. Now, normally when I get masculine energy for Aries, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, I apply it to you because Aries is a masculine energy in its essence. Okay, it's ruled by Mars. However, it could not be you. It could be the person that you're dealing with. Okay, so you place yourself there. But it's some sort of a game that this person is playing, it's not from ill intent. It's not from a position of, oh, I want to play games. It's just what they do. It's they think that they need to think when they don't need to think. It's an interesting thing. If that makes any sense. And I'm now picking up that it comes from a place that they want to do the right thing. They really, really want to do the right thing. But the thing is, with this Emperor, be it you're the person that you're dealing with, you already know. Okay? You already know. So Stretching it forever is not going to change the knowing. Ace of Swords. This is like one of the most definitive energies that can come out, honestly. And the Hangman is almost like, but I need to consider it from another perspective. There are infinite perspectives. If you'll keep considering things from different perspectives, you will consider things for eternity. I'm not being sarcastic. It's the truth. Follow your truth. Follow your truth. It's very, very simple because you already have it. You already have a very, very clean and direct line to it, Aries. You're not a bullshit energy. It doesn't. Okay, Taurus. I hope this helped. Taurus. Where's my Taurus people? Love for Taurus. Two of Swords. I love you guys. Show me more for Taurus. I know it hurts. I know. Show me more. Love for Taurus. You're healing, huh? Temperance. You're healing. And 10 of Wands. You're doing so much healing that you don't have room for anything else that, that you're healing for. You need to ask yourself, what is it that you're doing the healing process for? You're probably going to answer, well, I do it so I can live an abundant, wonderful life. Right? So if you're at a place where you've already done enough healing that allows you to start living that abundant, wonderful life, but you're like still denying yourself and still going back to one more assignment, one more shadow work, one more healing, one more this, then the healing is no longer about healing. The healing is about fear, and then it's no longer healing. Because you're healed in a way. No one is perfectly always healed completely, but you're healed on many levels. You've done very good work, Taurus. And you're ready. But you create more things to heal from in your head, and you're even going back in time because you're still scared. And then and now you're going to be like, well, see, that's something I also have to heal from. So you're okay. You can go out there. You can stop running away from living life, because life is a little bit safer right now. It is. Not for many people, sorry to say, but for you, Taurus, yes. 2022, the year of Venus, it's going to be good for you. Uranus in Taurus, the North Node in Taurus. Taurian archetype is going to be very, very protected in this quite chaotic of a mess of a time. Because you haven't been selling out for the sake of ease. You've been very true and very loyal to truth, and very truly loyal in general. So I see a lot of you currently alone, and Spirit is trying, and your own higher self is trying to guide you to something, to someone, but you might be closing yourself in your room, making up assignments to finish. Like, why are you even starting them? Does that make sense? And some of you have this fear that you're too much, that you're like a burden or a baggage for someone. So you're like, I what's the point of even opening up? As soon as they get to know me, they'll think I'm too much. They think I'm a burden. You're carrying that type of mindset. You are absolutely gorgeous, Taurus. One more thing for Taurus about this. The Moon card. You need to talk about it. You need to talk about it with someone. You need to express your heart. You can't keep it in. You're carrying a lot of emotional it's like you've healed a lot of emotional trauma, but the emotional trauma that you healed created emotional trauma from the emotional trauma. Does that make sense? Like you're in this habit of like being inside this maze, right? It's like you solved the maze, you got out, but you don't know how to be outside of it. So it's almost like you're getting back to that maze, and that's like a Stockholm syndrome. I'll give a weird example. Like someone got out of prison, they're free, but they don't know how to live free in the world. So they wish they could be back. That's kind of you right now. You're free in the world. You've healed on many levels, but you really don't know what to do about it now. Okay, what do I do now? Be aware that that's the place that you're in, and don't go back to the maze. Talk about it and connect. I feel like for some of you, the lunar eclipse in Taurus brought up to the surface a lot of psychological stuff. You don't have to fix everything. It's impossible. Do that simultaneously to going back to living. Okay. Okay. I was Taurus. Gemini. If you have not checked out Tarot Masterclass Boom Guide, check out Tarot Masterclass Boom Guide. If you want to learn how to be a Tarochi and undergo a shamanic spiritual journey with me, it's a pre-recorded, 90 pre-recorded classes. Each tarot card has its own class, plus there's extra classes on how to read tarot readings. It's really comprehensive. Check it out. It's on Vimeo, link below. Karmic Shift and Liberation. Thank you, Ralph, for the 12/14, December 14, our birthday. Woo. Thank you so very much. I appreciate the super chat. You guys are very, very sweet. And if you guys have not checked out Patreon yet, all the extendeds are there for unlimited streaming, and you can go back in time. It's not just for present months, it's also for past months. And there are daily rune messages that I post weekly, and there are all the Karmic Shift and Liberation is there for unlimited streaming, and I do lunar spirit readings every new and full moon. It's my my community within the community, and it's very supportive of this path. So thank you to my patrons, and check it out if you haven't joined. And if you want to contribute to the channel with the modest energy exchange, consider becoming a channel member. It's $1.99 a month. You can cancel anytime, and it's for energy exchange, and it's really helpful because it adds up. It means a lot. So for you, it might be just $1.99, but for me, when it adds up, it means a lot. So thank you for considering that. All right. Okay. Gemini. Love message for Gemini, please. Love for Gemini. Six of Swords, the Empress, and King of Wands. Gemini, you seem to be really in the spotlight. You look good. You're very attractive to someone. I see people like what's the word? I forget the word. Flocking to you. Like people are calling you, coming to visit you, wanting to see you, wanting to talk to you. There's one person in specific that is very, very impressed by you, that is very interested in you. They might be traveling to see you, or letting you know that they're traveling to see you. There might be a child here. Some of you maybe are a parent. You could be a single parent that is meeting someone new, and it's someone from a distance, someone that lives not where you live. Some of you are dealing with someone who's a bit younger than you are. They're still very mature and very independent. I think it's just an age gap. And you think to yourself, it's temporary, or it's just a fling, or it's just they can't be too serious. But I think they're more serious than they are more serious than you know. Yeah, it might mean business. It might start off as something like a fling, one night stand, or just like casual. And you'll be like, this person is never gonna. They're younger than me. They don't. But I think they're gonna be really into you. Yeah, they might even offer you a commitment. Cool, Jemmy. All right. Cancer. I mean, when it's good, it's good. What do you want me to do? Just complicate it when you get a great reading? Come on. Trust me, you prefer that over like a long, complicated reading. Cancer. Love message for Cancer, please. Love for Cancer. Love for my Cancerian seekers. What's going on with the Six of Swords? You guys see me shuffle. I don't like this light. I don't like being yellow. Oh no. How annoying is it when I do that from 1 to 10? So again, stop playing with the lights. Tell us about our love life. I'm trying. I have to. I'm either a yellow ghost or I'm a blue ghost. Like, I don't want to be a ghost. Okay, I guess we're going to go with the yellow ghost. Whatever. Cancer, Six of Swords. You're thinking about traveling. Something with a distance. Eight of Pentacles, but you're working. Or you're thinking about traveling for work, but this is love life. Maybe you're traveling for work and then you're meeting someone. What is this? One more for Cancer. 10 of Swords. Ouch. Okay, Cancer, really? Some of you are really, if you're with someone, you are avoiding them like crazy. You're either, focusing on work or on your studies or whatever this Eight of Pentacles is. But it's like if you keep why do you do this? You're hurting yourself when you're avoiding telling the truth to whoever this is. I see you working really hard for someone where there is no feelings there. There is no emotion. There is no reciprocity. There is no flow. It's cold. It's dry. And you're working for it and you're investing in it and you're trying your best. And it's just the harder you try, the more you feel like more knives are being stabbed in your back. You're doing it to yourself, Cancer. I can't. It's like you're being very, very stubborn. It's like you're in your zone. You're in that zone that Cancerians can go into when they're being stubborn. God can come down with a sign telling you that what you're doing is hurting yourself and makes no sense. And you'd be like, no, you don't understand. Let me explain. I love you guys, which is why I tell you this. You're acting cray. Advice for Cancer? Anything? Is it possible for me to even say something? Eight of Swords. No, it's like you're like, no, this is my person, this is my soulmate, this is destiny. I have to work on it, I have to invest in it, I have to manifest it, I have to make I owe that, I owe it to them, I owe it to God, I owe it to the tree, I owe it to my nose. I'm gonna make it work no matter how much I'm suffering, no matter how much there's no love there. It's just, I don't know, I promised something 17,000 years ago, when I was a fish and they were a fish and we were together, we were seaweeds together in many, many past lifetimes ago. And so forever and ever and ever until we painfully die, and it's not even Shakespearean. Like, this is what. How many Cancerians are going to unsubscribe, do you think, from after this? Guys, do you want me to be like, okay, sure, Cancer, you're so correct, stay miserable? That's what you want me to tell you? That's how you're going to keep loving me? Okay, Cancer, you're so correct. Keep staying like that. You're not miserable. You're great. This is great. This is so loving. Look at how much love in here. Wow, so sexy. Sexy time. Sexy. Yay. This is borderline suicidal, staying there. No, you don't understand. They're my karma. There's a lesson here to be taught and to learn. No, Saturn doesn't care. Saturn is out the doors. Like, Saturn gave up on this lesson a long time ago. Saturn is like, they went through this test 17 times. I told them that they passed. I don't know why they're still there. I'm not doing this. I'm not telling. No, they shouldn't put this on me. That's what Saturn is like whispering in my ear right now, if he could. Cancer is speaking in my name, and it's not true. No, Cancer, you're doing this. I don't want to go back. I just want her to heal. Are you a Cancer? That's like such a Cancerian thing. Oh, you just want her to heal. What do you do? Do you meditate, sending her good vibes, sending her healing vibes? Stop. Still in the energy, still in that space. If you break up, you break up. Don't be like, I just want them to heal. I'm just sending them light and love and light. Stop. They don't want it. I know I'm feeling you guys. Some of you are like really in pain right now hearing me say this, but you know I'm right. What? Okay, I can choose between giving you this moment or letting you continue this forever and just be nice to you or whatever. And then cause you, vicariously so much more pain. Someone needs to fucking say this to you. So okay, I'm the bad guy. Okay. Unsubscribe. Come back in 2 months. Sure. I didn't say you don't care. It's not. This doesn't mean that you don't need to. You don't need to not care to leave. You don't need to not care to not be miserable. You don't need to not care to admit something is not working. You can care and do all these things. No, I'm gonna give it another chance. Let me suck the life force out of it a little longer. One more chance, Morgan. Just one more time. This time, I know it will work. They said so. What did they do right after they said so? The same fucking thing. But they said so. Okay, next. Leo, love for Leo. More light. You want more light? Leos want more light. I'm going to give them more light. You're right. Lighting suck. Okay. Let's go. outside, let's go outside in the sunshine. I know you want to, but you can't say it. You're outside, outside, and take me to the places that I know best. And yeah, yeah, I'm absolutely me. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know what I'm saying. Leo. Best for Leo for love, please. Too many cards, too much drama. No. Leo, message for Leo for love, please. Thank you. 6 of Cups. Temperance. Hello, Lisette. Cancer with a broken rib here. Oh no. Sorry. Leo. 6 of Cups, Temperance. So much feels, Leo. And you are reconnecting with someone from your past. You're making the Sun and 6 of Wands. Wow. So a lot of feels, a lot of warmth. You're connecting with someone that maybe there has been a fallout or some distance. You're patching things up with them. You're remembering the good old times, good old days. It's a soulmate. Could be a childhood soulmate that is coming into your life or returning into your life. Someone that you've known a long time ago. That I think there has been a lot has happened since. Possibly a lot of time went by. Life changed. You changed, and now meeting up or reconnecting, it's like it feels like yesterday. It's completely different, yet it's completely the same. Yeah, this could be someone like a very ancient soulmate I'm picking up. So if it's not someone from your past or from your childhood, it's someone from a past lifetime. But something very, very, very meaningful is coming into your life. Very true, very, very clean, very loving. This is someone you may have taken for granted in the past, or they have taken for you for granted in the past. Or maybe, maybe it's like a childhood or a high school sweetheart. And one of you had to, you wanted to break up, or you wanted to go out to the world to succeed and to achieve, the Sun card, 6 of Wands, and you have. And now you're meeting them again after you've reached a lot of your goals. And now you're not scared of like not fulfilling yourself. So it's possible again, kind of thing. And for those of you who have a family, who have children with this person, I just see really joyous times. Like when you're with the person, you're with your children, you're finding amazing love between the two of you, not finding, just living it, and it's just really blissful time. It's a really great reading, Leo. It's a really, really great love reading. If you were friend zoned 14 years ago, maybe. I'm scared to go there because if you guys are still friends 14 years and you're stuck on it, I don't want you to. I don't think so. Intuitively, I don't think that's what it is. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I'm not getting anything. Sorry. Book a private reading. That way I'll be able to tap to your energy fully. I'm not in that mindset. Okay. Virgo. Love message for Virgo, please. I know you were talking about you, obviously. Oh, you friend zone the other person? Well, if you're interested in them, why do you need to ask me? You know how you feel. If you friend zone them and now you're feeling like you want more, then tell them that you want more. Thank you, Jade. Like, you don't need me to tell you how you feel. I mean, some of you do. But generally speaking, if you know how you feel, go and tell them. Virgo. Virgo. One message for Virgo. 8 of Pentacles. One for Virgo. Someone is thinking about you. They're working and they're trying not to think about you. And the more they try not to think about you, the harder they think about you. Too many. Okay, great cards. So we'll take them. Emperor, 6 of Wands, Empress, and Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay, so I do see a very meaningful relationship coming through for you, Virgo. If you're partnered, it's just going to get strengthened and solidified. And it has a very strong potential for being long-term and successful. And if you're not partnered, then this is something that it feels like the next thing is the big thing. You know, you're the person for you. And it's going to be very meaningful. Very abundant relationship, very strong counterpart. Divine masculine, divine feminine is coming through. There's a celebration of love. And this is someone that, you know, I see someone that they just can't stop thinking about you. Like when they're at work, when they're, whatever it is that they're doing, it's like, but it's not like an obsessive compulsive individual. This is someone who's very mature, has a very strong core sense of self and values. And it's just that they really feel or about to feel like they found you. This is amazing. You're it, Virgo. You're like chosen. I feel super chosen vibe here. Okay, very abundant. You're looking very, very beautiful. It's almost like you don't know how beautiful you look as you do your work. Virgo's like some of you, it's like this also could be like that this person is looking at you as you're doing your work or you're doing your thing. And then they're just like, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's really romantic, Virgo. Wow, I'm so happy to see this for you guys. Some of you have been used to being alone or focusing on work for a very long time. And you're just searching for your perfect person. You're like, until I find my perfect person, I'm not gonna stop focusing on my work. And something makes you lift your head up. Someone makes you lift your head up and be like, someone grabs your attention off work finally, kind of thing. Or the other way around. You're doing that to someone else. You might be doing it to each other. You know, you both feel the same way. You both kind of mirror one another in here. Greetings to everyone who joined. Pretty cool. All right, congratulations, Virgos. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, Libra. Only 2 more, Libra and Scorpio, because we already did Ophiuchus. Time flies when we're having fun. Message for Libra for love, please. Two of Cups. Oui, maintenant. Ouh là là, Champs-Élysées, la Corazon, tout haut, Tour Eiffel. Mon ami, alors danse. La, 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 la. It's just very romantic. I feel like talking French. The Magician. Two of Cups, the Magician. Libra, who are you and what have you done with Libra? Look at you taking charge over your love life. I saw you on Succession. Oh, cool. Thank you. Show me more for Libra. For this love, Two of Cups, the Magician. And the Star. Okay, Virgos and Libras are having it good. One more card. Two major arcanas. One more card. Tell me more. One more card about this for Libra for love. Show me more. One more card. What was happening? Tu parles français? Oui, je parle français un peu. Strength card. Okay. No, pas français. Je suis compris. Alors, compris un peu. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, Libra, Two of Cups, Magician, the Star, and the Strength card. You know what this is? It's like you've written a love story, okay? And you're one of the characters, and now you're living in that story. And you're like, bye-bye reality. This is better. I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm saying like either you manifested something really, really magical and out of this world, something fantastical almost. It feels like a dream. Even some of you are like really falling in love with someone who is, first of all, they are at your level. Magician and Strength card, this is dark magic and white magic, not like bad and good. It's just different types of magic, but it's like two magicians that come from different approaches, but same level, same power. But it's pure, it's beautiful, it's full of love. There's no dark magic in sense of like love spell to control someone's heart. It's not. It's real. It's like it feels like magic. You feel like someone put a spell on you. They feel like you put a spell on them. You feel like they put a spell on you. It's just like a party of spells, but no one put a spell. It's just actual soul connection. It's just, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Virgos and I'm jealous of Libras. This is really pretty. So something is starting. It's going to feel out of this world. It's going to feel like honeymoon. Oh my God, why did I lose my? It's going to feel like a honeymoon. This could be friendship, by the way. This could be something that starts off as friendship. This could be falling in love with your friend. Yeah, that's coming through. Interesting. Okay. You know what it reminds me of? You know, have you seen the movie Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman? So when she's a kid, the character of Sandra, she writes like the characters of her true love, of her soulmate, right? One of his eyes is blue, one of his eyes is green. He wears a star. Like she wrote it on a note, and then years later, he just manifests. He's become a real man, you know, and comes into her life. So it's like that. It's super cosmic. Like Libras, I can't be sarcastic with you guys. Happy falling in love, assholes. Good for you. This is beautiful. Okay, congrats. Let's see. Sorry. All right. Just notifications. Nothing important. What are we doing now? Scorpio. Last but not least. Usually Ophiuchus is last, but this time we started with Ophiuchus because it's our birthday. Okay. Scorpio. Love message for Scorps, please. Love for Scorpio. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Scorpio. Love for Scorpio, please. Oh, drama, lovers. 9 of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. There's interesting, Scorpio. You're bringing in a very solitary energy, like the eternal bachelor or bachelorette kind of vibe. And if or you're just feeling like that, feeling solitary. Something made you ashamed of how you feel. Made you feel like you need to put on a costume or hide your feelings or be more royal and regal when it comes to love life, to not overshare, to not open up, to not express yourself too much because then you're judged, you're ridiculed, you're mocked, you're used, and so on. So you put on this persona of being cool and not giving too much information, maintaining a level of safe distance, never letting them too close, keeping them in arm's way, and it's keeping you miserable. So even when you're with someone, you're feeling very alone, and then you're like, they don't know me, they don't understand me, because you're not opening up, because you're not showing them who you are. Because at one point, somewhere in your love life, you were made to feel guilty or ashamed for who you are. You were naked, right? You were very, very open. You were very true. You were very expressive. You wore your heart on your sleeve, if you even had a sleeve. But then something happened that had you feel the need to put on an air of like, I don't care. Nothing gets to me, nothing touches me. And so if someone hurts you or there's a disappointment in love, you're like, you immediately cross it off and you're like, doesn't matter, whatever, I don't care. I didn't care about them too much anyway. You immediately go to your success or to whatever it is that you do, and you're gorgeous. You probably do something really, really great, but then you don't feel it, you don't process it, you don't work on it, and here it's coming out. Look, it's coming out. Why are you crying suddenly at night? You're like, I had a great day, I have no reasons to cry, because that's why you're feeling alone. So whether you're single or partnered, you got to open up. So yeah, you're risking rejection. You're terrified of rejection. You're risking rejection, but then if you don't do it, then you're risking not getting to know anyone, not letting anyone getting to know you, and then this is how you feel because of that. Scorpio, we know you're a soft sponge deep inside. We know how sensitive you are. And we also know what a tough exterior you have. Similarly to Cancer, Scorpions also have a very thick shell. It's very hard to get to the core of the Scorpio, but inside you guys are sweethearts. You're very, very sensitive. But you have a lot of walls of protection because you're so sensitive. The toughest people are the people who look the toughest are often, if not always, the most sensitive ones. Because the most sensitive ones get hurt the easiest. So you gotta put on like tons of walls and protection and defenses. So you look so tough to the world, but you're actually so sensitive. You know, if you choose someone or if you chose someone, let them in. Let them see you. And some of you are in a relationship where you're like not showing them what you're going through. They don't know how you feel. They don't know that you're depressed, or they don't know that you're anxious, or they don't know that you're scared. You're giving them an air of like you're in control and everything is fine. Jade, every Scorpio has a Taurus, and every Taurus has a Scorpio in them, so that makes sense. Okay. So if that's the case, I think they know. I think they hear you cry at night, or they notice that something is wrong and they don't want to hurt your ego, so they don't want to say, hey, Scorp, I know how you actually feel. Just tell them, just talk to them. Okay, I believe we're done. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you're new and you enjoyed this, consider subscribing and joining the Existential Shift. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me, not just today, but in general on this journey. I am humbled and grateful and honored that you take the time and you choose to listen to me. It's not granted at all. So, yeah, thanks. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Check out all the videos on the channel. Check out the description box. Join me on Instagram, The Existential Shift. I'm on Twitter, The Existential Shift. Occasionally I twit, very rarely, but if I'll have more people there, then maybe I'll twit more often. I don't know. Mainly I go there just to see what Elon Musk tweets. Yeah, I also have a Facebook page, The Existential Shift. Basically everywhere on social media, I'm on The Existential Shift. And what else? I think that's it. Stay magic. Stay true. Thank you. And I love you.